I'm here in my backyard. I thought it would be nice to do it in a little different setting here in beautiful Longmont, Colorado. I'm not always in the office, you know. I know you see me there all the time as I do my podcast, so I thought I'd do something a little different scenery today. But I want to tell you a little bit what's on my mind today. So, you know, whatever comes to my mind that I think that you out there need to know, I just tell like it is. And I thank for all you guys for your follow and your comments and so forth too. It really puts fuel to my fire. And so, anyways, today, I'm on the quest right now to read. As I told you, my goal this year is to read one book a week, which is I think comes out to like 52 or 53 books this year. I'm on the 7th week right now, reading my 7th book, and I'm in the middle of reading a book called Better Than Good by Zig Ziglar. And I'll do a review on this book a little later. But the reason why I talk about that is I'm reading this, and he talks about one of the topics I want to talk about today is failure. And Zig Ziglar was my first, I would say my first positive self-motivation book I've ever read, and was See You at the Top many years ago. And it changed my life. And I hope someday to meet him. I know, he's one of those, he's only not a great man of integrity, but he's a Christian man. He believes that the Lord will lead him in his direction, and I also believe that. So I love him for that reason. And he's a very traditionalist, and I love that. But he talks about failure, and I look at this as failure is life's refining process. And he says this in his book. A lot of us have a fear of failure. And my podcast today is I want to deal with this and make sure that this year in 2010, in this new year, in this new decade, that let's not hold back. Let's give all we got. It's been amazing, especially the last 3 years for me. The last 11 years, I started changing my life around, but in the last 2 to 3 years, it's been a roller coaster ride in a good way. And I'm just I want to share with you a little bit of everything, but about my success and also my failures. Failures is a part of success. Now, if you ask me, if you want to be successful, go study successful people. But at the same time, go study people who are failures. They'll make you successful also. That's why failure is a life's refining process. It makes us better. As long as when we fail, we don't stay down. We get back up again. So, there's a quote that I love that says, I don't know the key to success, but the key to failure is trying to please everybody. And Bill Cosby says that, and it's true. It's no wonder why in my business, I have thick skin. I'm like what Kiyoshi Steve Valley says, 10 feet tall and bulletproof. I have negative things that come my way. But, if I were to listen to all that, I wouldn't be where I am today. Let me tell you a little bit what failure does for you and what it does for me. Number one is failure teaches me to depend on God. And I know it's one of those things that maybe a lot of people don't want to say, but you know what? I'm going to put it out there because, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. And if any one of you guys out there want to know a little bit more about him, I'd love to talk to you a little more and bring you to him. But that's what failure does for me. Number one is it brings me to depend on God. Because God plus me equals enough. 2, failure teaches me humility. Oh boy, this is huge. It teaches me humility. Sometimes you think you're all that, but when you fail, man, you're not all that. So it keeps you to be humble. And failure teaches you, or teaches me, that I can't always get what I want. And that's okay. You might set a goal to get something, but your life circumstances takes you off course to someplace else. And that's okay. My wife and I had a goal to move last year here to a different state, and it didn't happen, but it's okay. I believe God's calling me to still be here and be accepting of that. Failure teaches me to take a correction in my course of action, meaning that, just like I said, I'm a big believer in goal setting. I do every year, but at the same time doesn't mean I hit all those goals. If the correction and course setting takes me in a different direction, I gotta learn to adapt with that and say, it's okay. It's part of the life's lesson. You know what? Failure teaches me character. I love this because I don't know. It's who I am. You know, failure keeps us humble and it teaches you character, have good integrity. Failure teaches me to persevere. Perseverance. Just because you get knocked down 100 times, 1,000 times, it doesn't matter. You get back up for that fight again. The fight of your life. You have to want it. And you guys out there have to want it more than I want you for success. And failure teaches me that I can survive. Wherever come my way, I can survive it. I can deal with it. You know, when you lose hope, and that's dangerous. I want you to know that failure is life's refining process. And I want you to understand that failure is good. I want you to fail this year, as long as you don't stay down there. I failed so much. If you know my background, my history, as a refugee in this country, you know, come to this country, didn't have much, living on food stamp. My father taking care of 5 kids, single parent. We didn't have much. I failed as in many of my relationships, friendships, even business. You name it, I failed so many times. My low esteem. You know, but I come full circle. But let me leave you with this. Here's my definition of failure now. And it really hits me home. It hits home to me that this pertains to me, the definition of failure. It's a slow starter who refuses to give up. A slow starter who keeps doing what he's good at, whether anyone recognizes it or not. So think about that, guys. That puts fuel to my fire. See, I'm a slow reader, but I set a goal this year to read 1 book a week. I'm on track, my 7th book during the 7th week. Now, does that mean I have to work a little harder? It's okay. I don't mind working harder. People say, why are you so successful? Well, I put in the work. I work hard. Everything I do, everything I've ever earned in my life, things I've done, I put my hard work in there. But number one thing I invest in is invest in people. Let me say this again. The definition of failure. A slow starter who refuses to give up. A slow starter who keeps doing what he is good at, whether anyone recognizes it or not. You know, as a change and stir up to some controversy putting belt system to the Muay Thai program, I had a lot of people. I still to this day, a couple of weeks ago, one of the worst emails about how I'm doing a bad thing for the Muay Thai. But you know what? I believe what I'm doing, and that's what really matters. So I want you guys to think about this. Failure is life's refining process. Take a look at that. Think about that. Don't let fear of failure hold you back. If you want to open up a business, go for it. Live your dreams, but do it smartly. If you're wanting to do something in your life, take action and do it. Don't wait. Create. Do it now. Anyways, that's on my mind. Guys, thanks for listening to me every day in every way. And make sure, and I appreciate it, if you get a chance, always give me some feedback on YouTube or on my podcast on iTunes and rate on there between a 1 to 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being and I don't care really honestly 1 to 5. I need to know if this is something you guys like to continue here. But guys, thank you very much for your follow and for your love. This is the Transformation Coach. I'm Master Tran. And guess what? You got it. I ask you to live life with faith, passion, and purpose. Take care, and God bless.